lately, or over the past few months related to real estate. I mean, between what's happening with the economy, what's happening in a lot of areas with short sales, REOs. I know you guys don't have that here, but in Arizona we've seen a couple of those. No, I'm teasing. I know California is in the same situation that we are there, and most other parts of the country, frankly. We can turn on the news any day of the week, right? CNN, constantly negative news. We are not the only ones that are hearing that. We've been hearing it for a long time now. A lot of people are feeling beat up, confused. Oh, I want to wait until the market hits the bottom. Where is the bottom? You know, lending standards have changed. Sometimes getting that money out of escrow. I mean, you guys get it. You know what's going on. I know in California, the appraisal situation can throw the whole deal out of whack. So we're hearing it. Your customers are hearing it. Your potential customers are hearing it. And it's really tough to combat. So one thing that we suggest is, instead of focusing on the negative, because you're probably going to hear that from people, is really keep yourself educated about the good news, because there are positive things happening out there every day. We've given you some ideas about ways to do that, and of course there are additional sources, and you probably will be hands-on with that. I think CAR does a pretty good job, from what I've heard, about keeping really current, timely, relevant information out there. We've given you a couple, like Realtor.org, Realty Times, and if you're not currently a friend of Realty Executives California on Facebook, we really suggest doing that, because we're very intentional about keeping current, relevant, more at least state-oriented and sometimes local-oriented information out there. And of course, whatever you get through Realty Executives International is going to be a little bit more broad, because we're sharing information. But we're both there, so we strongly encourage you to join that so that you can really keep that information out there. And then push it out. Make sure people in your sphere hear about it. When you're talking to people, you don't want to sugarcoat it and make it look like something that it's not. I mean, it's rough. Things have changed. But if you can position yourself as the expert, knowing what's happening today as a professional, people are really going to attach to that. We all need to hear something good, so try to keep that message in front of people. It's had a big impact based on what we've heard from other folks. Also, we've gotten sort of a lot of this where people have scaled back a little bit on their expectations. Maybe the goals that they're setting right now, those salary, not salary, but the goals in terms of dollars or production, people have sort of bought into, well, it's not the same as it was, so I need to pull back on my expectations. That's not necessarily true. There are opportunities right now that didn't exist before. There are actually more millionaires made in a down market than an up market, which is not intuitive. But you may have to adjust. In fact, I would suggest you probably do need to adjust and find new niches, but those goals should still be on track, because you have the opportunities to find them. You may just have to change ways that you do that. And we'll talk a little bit about business planning later on, but I just really encourage that, because we're seeing people who are having their best year ever, which you wouldn't exactly expect right now. So with that thought, we're going to go ahead